Deputies have the SUV used by an Alabama inmate and a former corrections officer in their escape.
Fox 17 News broke this story online. Deputies say someone spotted the SUV in the community of Bethesda a week ago.
That's right. Fox 17 News' Amanda Chen spoke to the woman who spotted that vehicle.
The vehicle was found right here at this intersection. Now, the Williamson County Sheriff's Office wants people to know there is no reason to believe the two are still in this area. Escaped Alabama inmate Casey White and former corrections officer Vicky White are still on the loose. This comes after the U.S. Marshals investigators received a tip the car was found in this area. At around 11 Thursday night, investigators found this orange 2007 Ford Edge in a tow lot. We are about 2 hours north of Florence, Alabama, where the investigation began a few days ago. We spoke with the Williamson County woman who discovered the inmate and officer's car.
I saw that there was an abandoned car. There were no tags on it. So I called the Williamson County Sheriff's Department and told them, hey, there's a car at the end of the road. My daughter walks up and down our road because it's a dead-end road to her grandfather's house. So I don't want her outside at all by herself.
Again, there have been no sightings of the inmate and former corrections officer here in the state. Reporting in Williamson County, I'm Amanda Chen, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Amanda, thank you for that update. Continuing our breaking news coverage tonight, investigators in Lauderdale County, Alabama say former officer Vicky White and inmate Casey White had all of this planned out. The former officer claimed the inmate needed a mental health evaluation to get him out of jail. Several hours passed before anyone realized the two were missing. Investigators now believe the two are somehow romantically involved. So far, the abandoned vehicle is the only connection, though, to the fugitives. And the Lauderdale County Sheriff Rick Singleton says he thinks they were hoping to get a lot farther than Tennessee in that SUV.
The fact that they abandoned this car so quick and where they abandoned it, I think it threw them a curve. I don't think they planned for that. And I think they, were grasping at straws. Now that's been, a week ago today that this happened, almost to the hour.
Investigators say Vicky White bought several guns and took $90,000 out of her savings before this escape. She also went ahead and sold her house. Casey White is a convicted killer.
There's a lot of the homeless guys will hang out there.
Let's just say Nashville businessman and taxpayer Andy Songer.
Those have been sitting there, like we said, for months.
Has a bird's eye view.
You get a different perspective when you live up high.
From his high-rise condo just above the Nashville Rescue Mission, he's got a lot of questions about a small number of homeless pods that have never been used, not once in 8 months, and 108 more that are still sitting here in storage.
So you've watched those pods sit there since October?
Yes. They haven't moved, they haven't done anything, and I always wonder when they're going to do something with them. If you look at them with binoculars, and they'll have the doors open occasionally, you can see inside them. There's an air conditioning unit, there's a bed in there, there's probably 2 beds actually, and they could be used right now.
New tonight in the high cost of homelessness. Nearly every day, Fox 17 News reports on more meetings to talk about more solutions, to get the proliferation of more tents off more riverbanks, out of more city parks, and out from under more bridges.
House Bill 978, having received a constitutional majority, I declare it passed.
The legislature even passing a law to stop camping on all public property. But Metro Nashville still won't set up and use these pods to help in any way.
Hey, this is
I went to the Office of Emergency Management trying to get answers for taxpayers about the stored pods.
Is there anybody there who can talk to me today?
They said no one was there to answer questions.
Can I leave a message?
No one's called back. But I did get an email response from OEM spokesperson Joseph Pleasant, who writes, the plan for the pods has not changed, and Director Chief Swan respectfully declines your interview request. Previously, Pleasant said the pods couldn't be used for our homeless crisis because they were specifically for temporary sheltering of COVID-19 positive clients. Then contradicted that, saying there isn't a stipulation the pods can only be used for COVID purposes, adding the pods can be used for other emergencies, as long as we do not hamper the ability to house people who have COVID-19.
I wouldn't do it, and I live here.
For longtime, law-abiding, tax-paying Nashvilleian Andy Songer, that response just doesn't add up.
I'm not buying that. They could use those. They could be using those every day, and then if they decide we have a COVID outbreak, then they could utilize them that way if they want to. But to let them sit empty for all this time is just counterproductive and a waste of money, frankly.
Now, TDOT says that this camp is officially closed and they've already started the cleanup process. And nearby businesses say they're happy about this.
Take a look at the difference from April 7th, the first day we checked out this homeless encampment, to today, a closed encampment that's in the process of being cleaned up. Leslie Baruca, hostess at Las Cazuelas Mexican Grill, says she's already noticed a difference since the camp closed.
I noticed they aren't around as much. Well, they're here and there, but not like before where it was like constantly all the time.
TDOT's Rebecca Hammond says TDOT was out there Tuesday and this morning cleaning up the camp, but then they ran into a roadblock.
What is the latest now with this homeless encampment?
Our crews stopped today, though, because of such a large amount of used needles in the area. And we just want to make sure that our people are safe when they're cleaning up these areas.
Then Hammond says they will get back out there. But for homeless people like John Williams, this is a difficult time because he's losing a place he calls home.
It just means you got to move to another spot. I mean, where do you go? What do you do? You can't take all this stuff with you. I mean, these guys don't have nothing. It's why they have what little they have.
So Williams says he and other people are packing up what they can and will move on to a new location. But for nearby employees like Baruca, she says it's a sigh of relief after dealing with harassment and begging.
Oh, I hope people don't feel unsafe or feel like uncomfortable, because I can see that they feel uncomfortable.
She's hoping to see this change.